All right, this is yet another season on response and request of many of you of my conversations with Dad. And I happen to be with him this weekend. So today I'm going to ask him some questions about his childhood, and maybe school, college. Many of you write to me and tell me that, you're so inspired by my achievements and background. But honestly, given the privilege that I had, it was not that bad. But you should hear from my father because the struggles he went through, we never needed to. So it's no big deal that we did what we did. But so, Daddy, this is where I want to start. A lot of people don't know, that you built, both an academic and a career which is so inspiring. But how did it all start? Because you did not go to the biggest schools and biggest colleges. So talk a little about your background. We'll do it in snippets. So a little about, your school memories, maybe a minute or two of what do you recall, how did you, and where did you study? And when you look back, any lesson for people who might not feel as privileged today, but for whom the world is waiting to conquer. Over to you.
I was fortunate to have as my father a very learned person who graduated from Calcutta University in 1917 or 18. He could have become a deputy collector, but he was so simple. He didn't have any ambitions. So he chose to be a school teacher and he was lapped up as a teacher in the what was then called Dela School. Every district used to have a government school called Dela School. And after his graduation, he also did his B.Ed, that is, Diploma in Education, dependent. So, with that background and with his education in Calcutta and school education in Bengal, he was very enlightened for this time. So, he made sure that his sons were properly educated. By properly educated, does not mean that we went to the St. Xavier's or convent. We didn't have the means to, but it put us all in the law school, which in those days we thought was as good, if not better, than any convent school.
And when you look back, was there an ambition at that time with the kind of fellow students around you? What was aspiration? Do you recall in your school days anything that you wanted to be, or was it too distant a thought?
While at schools, I don't think we had any such ambitions. We were not knowledgeable about IAS or IPS or any such avenues. It was only later in the college days that our peers were talking about those things, and then they slowly, the ambitions grew.
Okay, and we'll talk about college in just a while, but that's where it started. And this was what? Hindi medium or English medium? What did you like in school?
The last school was technically a Hindi medium school, but the standard of our English education in those schools was such that we could easily compete with any from the convent or St. Xavier's. In fact, when I went to Patna College, I found that I was beating all the St. Xavier's boys who were in English also.
So that was the quality of government school education at that time. So we
Quite
found
right.
excellent.
So,
All right, Daddy. We'll talk about college in our next shot.